close friend and model, Iman, says no way did Bill Cosby drug and rape Beverly Johnson. Iman and Whoopi Goldberg agrees. Hell no. Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. The 80s and 90s were mad crazy, wild. Models and actors are like stilettos and short dresses, always together. Beverly is sweet, but I've known Bill Cosby for decades. And if he were inappropriate with models, it would have spread through the industry like a wildfire. Bill and his amazing wife Camille have always been wonderful and generous to me and David. I knew Bev, and we were close at the time, and she would have told me if he tried to drug and rape her. I remember her being upset for not getting a part with the Cosby production company. I think they told her she was a bit too sexy, not quite wholesome enough, and lacked acting experience. Now, she was upset at the time, and after a week or so, she was fine. Also, all of us would continue to see each other at events and parties, the Cosbys, Bev, David, and I, and laugh our butts off. Also, the industry is so small at the top. The Beverly I know would have had Bill arrested on the spot. I'll have to agree with Whoopi. Beverly and Bill Cosby simply doesn't make sense. In conclusion, I know tons of top model friends who have met and worked with Bill and have auditioned for projects and nothing happened. Once again, we are a close group of models, and the beep would hit the fan if Bill Cosby were drugging and assaulting women. In those days, everyone was sleeping with everyone, and drugs were a part of a model's diet. As far as the Playboy Mansion, no way would they let a 15-year-old enter the mansion. Hugh has security, super serious security at the gate. Hugh has never had legal issues at the mansion, and that's why his security has always been top notch. These are the quotes from Iman, Supermodel. Supermodel Beverly Johnson appeared in The View one morning to discuss the recent Vanity Fair article in which she alleges that Bill Cosby drugged her in the mid-'80s at the height of The Cosby Show. Naturally, this meant bumping heads with The View's resident rapeologist, Whoopi Goldberg. As Johnson wrote in Vanity Fair, my head became woozy, my speech became blurry, and the room began to spin nonstop. Cosby motioned for me to come over to him as though we were really about to act out a scene. He puts his hand around my waist, and I managed to put my hand on his shoulder in order to steady myself. As I felt my body go completely limp, my brain switched into automatic survival mode. That meant making sure Cosby understood that I knew exactly what was happening at that very moment. Quote, "You are an MFer, aren't you?" She adds, I recall his seething anger at my tirades, and then him grabbing. Anyways, a bunch of lies. Johnson repeated her account on The View and was, despite occasional nervous stumbling over her words, very straightforward about the events that allegedly occurred in Bill Cosby. As for her View interview, it went like this. Quote, I do not think when Goldberg asked if she's been sexually assaulted by Cosby, you're not sure? Goldberg tried to clarify, perhaps forgetting that Johnson spent the entire night in a, quote, I don't remember anything after I got into the taxi, Johnson explained. I really didn't know what happened. Now, her story was not that she was raped. That was not her claim. Her claim was that she was drugged and that he was trying to be inappropriate. But Iman is here to tell you that never happened. That never happened. And she was very careful not to say that he raped her. By saying that he drugged her and acted inappropriate, but put her in a taxi and sent her home, she sort of evades out and out lying about the situation, and there's nothing to the story, really. So there's nothing that she can really ask for. Now, is she trying to sue Cosby? I don't know. I didn't look in depth into the allegation that far, but Iman says it didn't happen. Not only did Iman say it didn't happen, but I've already made a video that said the manager, her own manager, said it did not happen, point blank. If you go over the allegations, and the news keeps saying 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. 50 women did not accuse Cosby of raping them. Beverly Johnson did not accuse Cosby of raping her. A lot of them said simply he was inappropriate in public at a party where only she and he could see, literally bumping into them. Something that nobody would have noticed. But the news wants to pretend that 50 women have been raped by Cosby. In fact, if you look at the allegations, not even 40 women, not even 30, not even 20 actually alleged that he raped them. Now, we already have had proof 10 of these women are completely lying. And here we have Iman saying, no, whatever she's saying now never happened. They would have known. Do you play in a sport where you know everybody? That's the same sort of deal. You know everybody. And if something happens, everybody in that sport at the top would know. Now she's been proven a liar twice, by her manager and by Iman. I know some black women are still going to say, he did something. I don't know why you want to claim that the guy who has done nothing but support black people at every chance he possibly got is against you. I don't know what the claim is. I don't know. These black women claiming Bill Cosby is trash and blah 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 blah. Who convinced you so easily? This guy has given millions to the black community. Millions, hired millions, trained entire production companies, all black. Who convinced you? Who convinced you? What convinced you? What evidence did you see? Nothing. Why? You know why? Because there is no evidence. All of these cases coming to court are being dismissed out of hand. And now you're falling into this criminal charge. The DA ran his campaign saying that he was going to bring criminal charges. A vote for him. It is so underhanded and so, I believe it has a criminal element to it. I don't think any DA in the country would support that guy. But somehow you black women have decided in your heart of hearts that Cosby is trash, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You really should just take a long leap off of a high cliff. If you are so convinced so easily, we don't need you in the black community. You do not represent us. You need to go. Go to Scandinavia. Go somewhere. You need to close your mouth. Go take a seat. Have several seats. You don't represent us. You are destroying us. If you are convinced this easily about something that didn't even happen, then what else in your life is lacking? What else in your life are you claiming that also did not happen? I bet you've probably, most of you has falsely accused your boyfriend or ex-husband or something of something that didn't happen. And that's why you're jumping in on this. May you be damned. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show. I cannot tolerate a liar. Everybody says, oh, you're defending Cosby. No, I can't tolerate a liar. If you can tolerate a liar, that's on you. I can't tolerate a liar. Thank you.